Yeah, guys, making this video to show the different comparisons of uh, gem mint cards, PSA 10 cards, or allegedly gem mint cards, and yeah, I've been getting some different results. This is not a hater video, because I will be zooming in on people's cards. I repeat, this is not a hater video because um, I'll be going into details, and it is what it is. But let me start. Let me pull up this page. I think people just started uploading more crap because some of this stuff doesn't. Try to do a search in here, you get all kind of random crap. Um, Also, excuse the lag. It's really horrible on this computer. Take a look at this for alligator. And they all had to be first edition too because they like to grade rigorously on particular cards. Let's see. Appears to be it's a flawless, wait a minute, you see that? It's a line scratch right there on the card. So I can zoom in on that better. My goodness. Right there is a line on the Feraligatr right next to his left arm. It's going downward. You probably could, yeah, there it goes. And they gave us a PSA 10. Now, had this been me, you, or anybody else, this card wouldn't have got a fucking 10. So, and that's like a noticeable scratch. Let's look at the back of it. See what we get. Okay, the top two corners are flawless, just about. Okay, and there's not really anything wrong with the back, but with that noticeable scratch right there, that actually kind of threw me off because I wouldn't even send that in, but it got a 10, so that's strange. Okay, this will be interesting. Look at this Dragonite, see what we can. Okay, alright. Follows front and back. Go to the back. Okay. There's two minor imperfections right there. That's another minor imperfection on the bottom. That counts as 3 or 3.5. I don't know. It seems kind of okay. That one, it makes sense. But with that bottom right, it had to been another day. Probably would have tried to give it a 9. Let's do something interesting. Let me pull up a set to try to zone in on the harder sets because certain ones where you can't get a grade on it, the grade you want on it, like no time because for whatever reason the cards get graded harder. Okay, we got pre-release Aerodactyls. Take a look at this. Holy shit. See that? That's a big ass scratch. That's like a long scratch right there. And they gave it a 10? Alright, this card would have not gotten a 10 by any means if it had been submitted. I wonder what the rest of this dude's round look like, because that's a noticeable scratch. Nothing really wrong. I mean, I see something right there. That's one flaw. So and there's more flaws right there. It's like it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at the white edges. 5. Almost 5.5 minor imperfections on the back of the card, and a big scratch on the front, and they gave it a 10. So that right there by far is interesting. That okay, all right. Wow. And the prices he charging for that, like, I can't see anyone paying that much. I mean, would you shell out $900 for a pre-release Aerotactyl in these times? Yeah. Let's look at the other one. Okay, the front looks way better. So it has a stronger front. Jeez, lag is awful. In the back of the card is way stronger. So I don't know. That might have been a goofy round or something, because that was indeed off. I'm gonna pull up a couple other ones here. If I could find something that's good, because most people like not putting the back of the card pictures up, which is the most important thing about the damn sale. I believe I said that before in another video, or before in general. I don't understand why people do that. I think I looked at this already. Oh, the other day. Are those line scratches, or all that is not lightning? Okay, some of that is lightning, but there's some actual minor scratching to like more somewhere around there, but it's hard. It's difficult because it's camera. But most importantly, let's look at the back, see what we get. Okay, flawless back. All right, so that one is a question mark. Let's do something really interesting. Let's pull up the base, the most hardest graded set. See what we can get. We put shallows just to be safe, so they don't spam me with crappy foreign cards. Alright, this is going to be interesting. What does this guy's case look? I can't even tell. Because I'll just say that whatever that was is the case. Okay, basically the whole card is pretty mint, except for that bottom right. That tends to happen to everybody when they open packs. This right here is probably one of the biggest question marks in this set, because it's easier to obtain, but for whatever reason it gets dinged just like the other ones. Completely flawless front, which you usually can't get on a card. Really strong front right there, and then we have corners. We see, yep, that card was more than deserving of a 10. You can't find stuff like that anymore. So I'll check out one. Let's look at the Mewtwo. I don't know if that's gonna be a good shot. Okay. Alright, flawless front. A little speck right there, which usually is ignored. It's definitely that's light wear to the back. Not anything to get bitchy about. You know, it was a deserving car, but that right there, that speck, that could have screwed you up because the edges, the corners have they have to be on point. So he lucked out with that one. I'm gonna look at probably another one because I've been pulling up some bad like listings lately. The Venusaur is. I'm gonna look at the same person. Okay, this is a BGS card. I'm just doing this for short measures. It's gonna be interesting. He said it's a 9.5. Okay, got a good front. Let's look at the back. One. That right there, whatever that is, that's close. PSA probably would have dinged the next person to send something in like that. Like, they always do that. Let me see. Okay, now what the hell? The fuck is this? Like, okay. Alright. You got a Gyarados. It has a noticeable chip right there. Apparent wear. Like some flaking going on at the bottom left. Spots in the top of the card. I know for a fact they would have given this a 10. They PSA would have dropped the grade. I wanted to pull up. I saw a really nasty Becky card on here. I don't know if I could pull it up. And it was a 9.5, but I forgot where it was. So I don't know if I could pull it up because it was like exposing. I don't know, was it the Zapdos? I think it was. Okay. Alright, this is one of those cards. But let me give proper, you know, be fair about looking at the front first. Let me bring this over here. Okay. The front is pretty strong. It's definitely 10 worthy. It's not anything wrong with it. We get to the back. You see that big nasty white line right there? It goes across the whole back of the card. Then it goes down to the left. It's real thick and nasty too looking. And then you got the right, which has a minor imperfection right there, and then some on the bottom right there. But these two big giant white lines, that's not Gem Mint, you know, okay? So when people say that they 9.5s are strong, and when they go below like the 9 is where it becomes faulty, that's not true because they're slipping on the 9.5s as well. Some of them are garbage, but I mean, this is just an example. I saw a card that was way worse than this, so yeah, I'm going to stay away from Beckett regarding these type of cards. But otherwise than that, this video is kind of going on a little bit over. But it was just an example of some things that you run across. So like, I really don't have no clue what to send in a PSA into what they deem as a 10. Only thing I know is that they allow minor imperfections on the back of their cards to be 10s, and even if sometimes your cards are flawless, they'll send it back as a 9, which for reasons I don't understand. I have an idea, but I won't. That's a whole other video. But anyway, yeah, that was it. Make sure to I'll probably do like a weekly report sometime later on the month. I got a expensive round going out this same week or so, so I'll get back to you on that. So yeah, thanks.